Today I am on location and I am taking you guys with me. We're already here for 10 different poses that you can do up against the wall with your senior, even if you're just out taking some fun photos. So let's dive into today's video. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kelsey if you're new here, and I am a senior photographer based in Richmond, Virginia, and this channel is just my fun little space to share some helpful tips and educational resources for your senior photography business. In today's video, I am on location with you guys. I'm obviously not in my office, and I am showing you some different fun, trendy wall poses that you can do with your senior at your next senior session. And as a thank you for being here today, don't forget that I have a freebie that's called Posing for Gen Z, or maybe you're new here, you haven't heard about it. It is linked right down below, and it is my go-to prompts for trendy, really fun, unique poses that you can try at your next senior session. My seniors have been absolutely loving them, and they're so much fun. It's linked right down below. It's completely free just for you. So let's go ahead and dive right in, and let's get started. I've also got this new fun little mic, so hopefully you guys can hear me a little bit better, and we'll see how this works. We're testing it out. I love these like on location to give you a real visual of what the poses may look like, or like a real behind the scenes with the senior. Today it's just me. I'm walking through the poses, so I'm using this wall behind me. I'm literally standing on a rooftop at my gym, and this is somewhere that I would really be taking my senior. There's a rooftop downtown Richmond that I love to go to, and in Fredericksburg and different places. Car parking deck rooftops tend to be really good locations. The lighting always looks really nice and there's nobody around. Plus they give that really fun, like urban, edgy vibe that my seniors tend to love too. So I'm on a rooftop. We're gonna walk through some different poses. There's this little green wall behind me that I'm gonna be using, and let's just dive right in. Okay, so as you may or may not know, I have a whole posing workflow that I start with the classics and kind of the basics first, just to get my senior warmed up, and then I move into the more fun, movement, candid style poses. And so I'm gonna start just like I would with any senior session. So if I had a senior here, this is kind of the breakdown of how I would be posing her up against this wall. So we're gonna start with just the classics, the basics, and our first pose is going to be just leaning into the wall, shoulder against it, and then we'll move from there into the more fun posing for Gen Z type of poses. So first pose that I would start with is a simple lean into the wall. You can't really see my feet, but I have my ankles crossed, and I would just have my senior bring her hands to her waist with those little bunny hands that you can learn more about in the Posing for Gen Z freebie. That is just having your hands right here at your waist, kind of like little bunny hands. That's where I got the name. They look like little bunny paws. So I would have her lean into the wall just like this, and dropping that shoulder towards the camera and smiling. So basic first pose is just leaning into the wall with your shoulder first. And I would be shooting this more from either straight on in front of her from the side, or at an angle like how you are right now. From this pose, leaning into the wall, I would simply just have her angle out towards the front and leaning up against the wall with her back. And from here, I would probably have her cross her arms just lightly in front, dropping that shoulder down towards the camera. We're gonna pop this front knee towards the camera just to get all those good angles. And then she's smiling at the camera here, or we'll do a soft smile. Very classic, very portraity. These are the ones that the moms love for hanging on their wall and printing. So we start with the basics. Posing for mom is what I call it, and then we get into the fun, more movement poses. Well, you could even do little bunny hands here. You could do throw a hand in pocket, bring the back arm down, whichever feels more comfortable and looks the most flattering for your senior. So you could even bring a little foot pop up against the wall. You can't really see my foot. I never go up past the knee. When you're working with joints, whether it's an arm, whether it's this kind of holding, or if it's a knee bent in the front, I never go past the joints or connect at the joint. I feel like those tend to look a little more awkward, so even just like bringing the hand down a little bit, or bringing, when you pop a foot up on the wall, just bring the foot down just a little bit lower than the knee. Don't come all the way up to knee height. Pro tip. Okay, so pose number 3 comes just from the same position that we were just in with the back against the wall. But instead of having your senior's shoulders up against the wall, you're gonna have her lean forward, put more of her weight into her hips, leaning against the wall. You're gonna pop up the knee that's closest to the camera and lean forward on that knee. I love to have some of the hair brought around the backside so it's flowing nice and long, or if it's short, just to get a little bit of more of a breeze and get that flowy hair. And then you could even bring the backhand up into the hair, just kind of scrunching it, laughing at the camera. Could even do more of like a straight face. This is pose number 3, and it's just putting more of the weight into your senior's hips up against the wall and leaning forward onto the front knee that's closest to the camera. Pose number 4 is super fun. I love this one. I think it's super trendy. I feel like it's very influencer-y. I've seen this on a lot of like creative influencers post, and I just think it's really fun. So for this one, what your senior's gonna do, have her step away from the wall a little bit. She's gonna bring the hand that's closest to the wall up, like she's holding the wall up, cross over the leg that's closest to the wall, that's coming out to the side. We're getting a nice diagonal line with the body. It's super flattering. And then you could do like hand on hip, hand in pocket, laughing up at the wall, laughing over to the side. You could even lean forward towards the wall a little bit. You could even bend this knee too, just to get even more of those triangle shapes, which are always super flattering for everybody. And so this one's just super cute and fun and a little bit sassy too. So that's pose number 4. Okay, so pose number 5, I always tell my senior that she's gonna get real cozy up against the wall. And for this one, you wanna have your senior turn in towards the wall, facing it. She's getting real cozy up against the wall. That's exactly what I mean. You're gonna lean all the way in, drop the shoulder that's closest to the camera, towards the camera, bring that front hair to the back, bring a little bit around the back side, just so a little bit of hair showing. Could even have some hair flowing just over the back of your shoulder. And then you're just hugging into the wall. You could even do a little foot pop, laughing at the camera, no smile, soft smile. This is another just really good, like serious portrait style shot for the mom is what I call it. That's one thing, it's super cute and beautiful, and just another good classic shot to have in the gallery. Pose number 6, we're kind of going back into more of a like Gen Z, fun, trendy pose. And for this one, you're gonna have your senior step away from the wall just a smidge, bring a knee across, and the arm that is closest to the wall is going to be bent up onto the wall just with her elbow. This hand we can do either in a pocket, playing with the hair. We're just getting lots of angles in this pose and getting lots of triangles with the arms and the legs for the most flattering position that she can be in. So elbow is up on the wall. I love to have my senior kind of scrunch up her hair a little bit too, looking off to the side, smiling at the camera, laughing at the camera. And this one's just super fun. Okay, pose number 7, I specifically shoot straight on because you're going to have your senior pop a knee up on the wall or a foot up on the wall. Hands are going to be spread out against the wall. She's gonna be laughing off to the side, maybe do a little hand in hair, leaning forward. You could do arms up, an arm up, whatever feels most comfortable for her, and just have her keep moving around. That's kind of the key to these really fun, trendy poses, is getting a lot of movement. So for this kind of pose, I would probably do this as one of the last ones. I'm just showing you up against the wall first before I take you guys down and we're sitting up against the wall. So I would probably do this one towards the end, but you also just feel it out and see how comfortable your senior's feeling. Okay, so another fun way that you can mix this up is to find a doorway. If you are on top of a parking garage like I am currently, there's probably gonna be a door to, for the stairs. I was hoping this door was gonna be open, but it is locked, and well, maybe not locked. It's like completely missing the thing, but it's shut and I can't get it open. So we're gonna pretend like this door is open, and what you're gonna have your senior do is lean her back and shoulders up against the frame, and this will work better if there's not a door. But you're gonna lean her back and shoulders up against the door frame, kind of sticking her hips out from the door so she's leaning back into it, popping up a foot, and then the back hand is coming over her head and looking off to the side. You could even do a hand here or just straight down, or even on the leg. I kind of like just straight down up against the door frame. Looks a little bit more flattering for her arm, but this is a super fun, just trendy pose that she can do. You can even do the hand up on the door frame, looking off to the side, laughing forward. I love a good just like power stance in a door, hands kind of right at the shoulder. So this is just kind of a fun way to work with a door frame and get some fun different angles and a really cool framing for this shot. Okay, so we are down on the ground for these next few poses, and this first one is a little bit of a remix to a basic just like sitting on the floor, one knee bent up, one knee tucked under. And for this one, you're gonna have your senior squat down with her back up against the wall, but you're going to bring this front knee that's closest to the camera out a little bit more, so where she's really having to put her balance into the wall, and the back knee is coming out a little straighter, arms are coming out over the knees, and she's leaning her head back over to the wall. Hair that's closest to the camera is coming behind her, smiling, laughing. You could even have her lean forward a little bit more on those knees. And I just think this one's super fun. It can be a little bit playful too, and it's super sassy and in a nice remix to just sitting completely on the ground. Okay, and last but not least, this one is another squatting down towards the ground. And for this one, you will want to find kind of a corner of a wall if you can. I think kind of like it tucked into a corner, makes it feel a little more boxed in. You can also do this one straight on, facing the wall. Either way is totally fine. And you can even do this pose, honestly, not up against the wall, but I think it looks really cute with a wall. It's fun to pose with the wall. So what you're gonna do is have your senior turn in towards the wall, and one knee is going to be bent up higher. The back knee, the knee that's farthest away from the camera is going to be bent down. The knee that's closest to the camera will be bent up. And you will have your senior look back over her shoulder, and one hand is up on the wall like this. And she's laughing, ah ha ha, laughing up the sky, laughing at you, just kind of making it a little more natural and candid. This is another really sassy one, honestly. I feel like when you're posing with the wall, they're kind of gonna be a little more sassy if they're not really sweet and like the classic portraits. So I've literally seen my seniors doing this pose just on their own when they're out taking pictures with their friends. So I know that it's a good one. I know they love it. It is tested and tried and true. So give this one a go at your next senior session. Okay, so that is all that I have for today's video. I hope that these 10 poses were helpful for you. I hope that you wrote down some of these on your phone or took some screenshots and are able to use them at your next senior session. And if you are looking for some more really fun, trendy, Gen Z type of poses, you definitely need to download my Posing for Gen Z guide. It is linked right down below. It's a few of my go-to prompts that I use at every single session for really trendy and fun poses for my seniors. And it is completely free, so I don't see why you shouldn't download it, honestly. So link is right below, and I will see y'all next week with another video. Bye!